Angry Birds, Subway Surfers, PewDiePie's Tuber Simulator.
Oh my god, what fucking
Names you think of when mobile gaming comes to mind. They're icons of the 2010s, and almost everyone has played at least one, with a lot of them still holding relevancy even until this day. Whether it's because the original is still thriving, or the franchise is being squeezed for every drop of revenue it can, but for every title still around, there's hundreds forgotten. It was the peak of mobile gaming, and every developer was trying their hand at making the next big thing. But with the limited resources and primitive technology of 2010s, they were locked into simple mechanics and basic gameplay loops. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. A ton of great games have come from such a simple premise, and this goes for the most successful mobile games. Doodle Jump, Land on the Platforms, Fruit Ninja, Slice the Fruit, Zombie Tsunami. I've got no fucking clue, never heard of it. Yeah, so hearing that name, you've either been hit with the biggest nostalgia wave, or you got no clue what I'm on about. It's one of the most forgotten mobile games of its kind, on YouTube at least. Pretty much all of the classic mobile games have been beaten to death by video essay channels alike, but not this one, so it's my turn. If you missed out on Zombie Tsunami, it was released in May of 2012, formerly under the name Zombie Carnival. It's an endless auto-runner on iOS and Android, and man, its age really shows. The first thing I thought when I opened the game is, this looks like shit. But I'll get into that later. I want to talk about the gameplay first. It's as simple as it gets. You tap the screen, you avoid the obstacles, and you collect as many zombies as you can. And I can't lie, it's really fun. You're just trying to see how far you can go, but every zombie you collect, which you get by either running into a pedestrian or destroying a vehicle, gives you an extra hit point. So you're basically growing and shrinking constantly, picking up a zombie just for it to get blown up right away. Just seeing this massive train of them following you has got me feeling like I'm playing Shino Numa. The closest thing I can— oh, an ad. I've not seen this game before. It's just counting. I know I said old mobile games are simple, but this is just counting. Hero Wars, I'm down for a sponsor. Hit me up, my email's in my description. The closest thing I can really compare the core gameplay to is Jetpack Joyride. In fact, it shares a few too many similarities, especially as it released a year after. There's no end, it just go as far as you can go. You know, endless. And just like Jetpack Joyride, you can grab these like power-ups along the way, which essentially make you invincible for a time. They're cool. You've got a ninja one that gives you more jumps, balloon makes you float, giant makes you giant, and then the tsunami makes you wet. They all have upgrades which you can like spend the game's currency on, but the level requirements were way too high. I don't have the time or patience to go for them. Aside from that, the gameplay offers little to no variation. You jump over holes and avoid mines. That's it, but that's all it needs to be. It's a small time waster to be played in short bursts, and after about half an hour, I was getting really bored, but that could just be my TikTok attention span. Thankfully, it does have a gacha system though. You gotta love a bit gambling. You can buy eggs with the currencies you get from games. Quick side note, why do all mobile games love using gems as the premium currency? Like, I understand coins, that makes sense, but it's always gems, and they're always like ridiculously expensive for real money. From the boxes, you can hatch zombirds, which give you like a permanent buff. I got this one that made me get more coins if I hit a perfect, which means getting all the coins. But there's a bunch of different rarities. I only got one of the uncommon ones, but I'm sure the other ones are better. Unfortunately for this mobile game, it did make the mistake of being a mobile game. So of course there's ads, but from what I can tell, they aren't forced on you like a lot of other games. In my playing for half an hour, I only had one ad that appeared from just playing the game normally. Instead, you have the option to watch ads for coins, gems, continues, and all kinds of free stuff. This is the best way to do ads in a game, so it's a big thumbs up for that. Speaking of ads, it's one of those playable ads. I like these ones. I do not like this thing though. It's really upsetting me. It's just a merge game. You're just merging flowers. Those are not dragons. I don't think the developers have heard of dragons before. Merge dragons, send me an email if you want to collab. It's really funny how the game also tries to tie itself to real locations, having you go through the beach, which is just your standard like cartoon environment, and then you cross into like Los Angeles. It's just Los Angeles. The background is even just like a JPEG of a cityscape. It's great. Average day in LA. About the visuals, yeah, okay, I know it's unfair to judge them against like today's standards. What good things did we actually get from 2012? Family Guy Back to the Multiverses and the Mr. Beast channel? Yeah, okay. But unfortunately, Zombie Tsunami has not aged well, like at all. And like a lot of the timeless games, the art style of Zombie Tsunami was a lot more boundary pushing for its time, with these sprawling moving backgrounds and a claymation style for the character designs. I'm sure on an iPhone 5 the game looks stunning, but playing it now on like a 2K screen or even on PC, which like I did, it just looks cheap and really unsettling. But I'm not judging it for how it looks on PC, that's just my fault. It is so nostalgic to look at though. If you haven't seen this before, you probably think it's just like a scratch game. The UI even adds to this. It was the time of that emblem logo, and devs didn't even know how to design design UI for such a small screen. Even Apple's official designs just look like shit. So it's got all these like overcomplicated icons and buttons on screen, with the menu being just a cluttered mess to navigate, but really, it adds to the charm of a game like this. If you're doubting just the extent to which Zombie Tsunami was a powerhouse, just checking out the Moby Game YouTube channel, you can see the latest videos from 9 years ago has 162 million views. This is 9 years ago, mind me. These kind of numbers were unheard of back then. Nowadays, Mr. Beast could like rub one out on camera and get a billion views, but only a few ever used to hit these kind of numbers. And sorting by newest comments, we can see some people are still checking up on this video, probably trying to relive the nostalgia of the game. This trailer's making me feel something, man. It looks like it was made in PowerPoint, and I mean that as a compliment. I'm here for it. There is one thing I can unironically praise though, and that's the soundtrack. It's a banger. Nostalgia aside, this is a really good song. Most of these old school mobile games have an incredible soundtrack. I don't know why, but they're just so charming. I think it's because of the kind of like scuffed feel of the games. It really suits the mobile game like this. It's sporadic, it's fast, it really makes you feel like a zombie. Running through the beach full of the exaggerated swagger of a black teen. Where was I even going with this? Oh yeah, the music. It's good. I like it. Go listen to it. I'll probably be using it somewhere in this video. And the sound design is really good as well. The game goes perfect when you collect all the coins, and the sound of the cars and civilians is really well done, especially for 2012. That's something you got to keep in mind. I'm kind of holding this game to the standard of 2012 and competitive mobile games. But with all this said, I'm not telling you to go and play the game. If you have nostalgia for it, then yeah, check it out. It could be a fun hour, but you're not really missing much if you're new to this title. It's good and all, but it's not worth your time. I know I'm sounding really negative, but it's not meant to feel like a big professional project. All of these inconsistencies and mistakes really add to the game, I feel. It's made by a studio called Moby Game. Mobile game. You've definitely never heard of them. Just look at this website. It's not been touched since 2012. It even has that like old fat iPhone still previewed. This Facebook branding is so 2012 coded. They haven't made a game since Zombie Tsunami, and before that it was just like small 99-cent puzzle games. Instead, they've just supported it from what I found, and they have 11 employees, likely just close friends and family running this project together, and it's a great way to go. They knew what they had was special, and it wasn't designed to be some like long-lasting multi-million-dollar franchise. It's just a charming mobile game, so they treated it as such. So as negative as I've been, I do respect these devs a hell of a lot more than most of the other mobile games, and even though it might be forgotten today, maybe that's the best kind of ending a game like this can have. No slow decay, no loss of identity, just a quiet exit, while it was something still worth remembering. Maybe that's the kind of legacy that matters most. Not how you go out or how long you stick around, but the fact that when you were here, you meant something, even if no one remembers your name. Now this is a real game, Whiteout Survival. If you're interested, send me an email. This bear was absolutely beating the shit out of me. I stood no chance. So like a real American, I started cutting pieces off of him and selling the meat. Probably still more ethical than Amazon is. This ad even lets you hire people to fight the bear for you. I don't even want to skip this anymore. My goal is just to kill the bear. I got this sick ass sword upgrade and it still wasn't enough to take him down. Fuck's sake, it locks you out of the ad before you can even kill him. Thanks so much if you watched this far. I do really appreciate all of you who watch the videos. I've been posting shorts recently, and my last one actually did quite well, so thanks a lot for the support on that. I might even see some new viewers from it. If you've been liking my content, consider subscribing. It will really help me out. My views have been quite inconsistent, to say the least, but as long as you enjoy the video, that's what I really care about. I've got my socials and my Discord server in the description, so, you know, check it out if you want. If you want to send me a message, you can do that. I will reply. Thanks for watching, guys.